be stagnant. I want to see you go where I'm at, and I want to see. That's what that's there for. Yes, to show you the blueprint of what not, and I'm too late. I can make changes. I want you to have things. I want you to build your empire in your 20s. Yes, and it ain't gonna make Pop be like, dang. He ain't gonna be mad. You supposed to. I built it big, build it bigger. All right. If I went far, go further. Yes, sir. If I did it fast, do it fast. Yes, sir. If I didn't do it, I want to do it. Yes, sir. Go ahead. This is the hopes of a parent and the dynamics really of a father to a son. That's why it was so great. That's why Abram said, "You have not gave me an heir. I go childless." They said, "I have nobody to see this man, and I love him, but he's not of me." I might say, "No, I'll never leave you like that." I know that's a big concern because I know fathers want son. I'll never leave you like that. He said, "You're going to have a child. Man, do you know how old I am?" "Yes." "But you're going to have a son." Maybe I am crazy. I'm almost 100 years old, and this voice, this entity is telling me I'm going to have a. I got to be crazy. And now you ain't. I'm not going to leave you high and dry. You're going to see that he has grown, and he going to have a son. And when y'all both come back to him, you're going to see that this small thing that started with you is as the stars. So that's what you want to see. That's why he says, starting picking back up again, in verse, "Notwithstanding, thou shalt not build the house. The son which shall come forth out of your loins, he shall build for my name. Yahweh therefore have performed his word that he hath spoken. For I am risen up in the room of David my father, and am set on the throne of Israel, as Yahweh promised, and have built the house for the name of Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel." And then look at verse 11. "Not only have I built a house for the name of Yahweh, and in that same house, in it have I put the what? The ark, wherein is the covenant of Yahweh that he made with the children of Israel. Solomon stood before the altar of Yah in the presence of Israel, and he spread forth his hands 3 cubits high, and he set it in the midst of the court. And it was upon it that he stood, and then kneeled down upon his knees before all the congregation of Israel, and spread forth his hands toward heaven, and he started praying on this pulpit. And he said, "Oh, Yahweh Elohim of Israel, there is no Elohim like thee in heaven, nor in earth, an Elohim which keep his covenant or his promise, and show mercy to his servants that walk before him with all their hearts. Thou which have kept with thy servant David my father, that which you have, and have fulfilled it with thy hand as it is this day. Now therefore, Yahweh Elohim of Israel, keep with thy servant David my father that which thou hast promised him, saying, there shall be a man in my sight to sit upon the throne of Israel, if, conditionally, if thy children take heed to their way. Now then, when O Yahweh, Elohim of Israel, let thy word be verified, which thou hast spoken unto thy servant David. Oh, because we asked him not to. Behold, heaven and the heaven of heavens cannot contain thee. So we knew about outer space. For to the prayer of your servant, to his supplication, O Yahweh my Elohim, and listen unto the cry and the prayer which thy servant prays before thee, that your eyes may be open upon this house day and night, and upon the place whereof thou hast said that thou wilt put thy name there, to hearken unto the prayer which thy servant prayed toward this place.
Oh God.
Toward this place. Hear thou from the dwelling place, even from heaven, because we know that that's where you're at. We know you're up above. We know you're in heaven, but we're praying towards this place, which we have dedicated. When a man will pray toward that place, if any man sin against his neighbor, and an oath be laid upon him to make him swear, and the oath come before thine altar in this house, then hear thou from heaven, and do judge thy servants by requiting the wicked, recompensing his way on his own head, and by justifying the righteous. That's one scenario. Everybody say one.
One.
And shall return and confess thy name and pray and make supplication before thee in this house. Then hear thou from the heavens, give the sin of the people of Israel, bring them again unto the land which thou gavest to them and to their fathers. Rain, because they have sinned towards this place, and confess thy name, turn from their sin. When thou dost afflict them, then hear thou from heaven, forgive the sin of thy servants and of thy people Israel, on thy land, which thou hast given unto thy people for an inheritance. If there be dearth in the land, if there be pestilence, if there be blasting, if there be mildew, if there be locusts, if there be caterpillar, if their enemies besiege them in their city of their land, whatsoever sore or whatsoever sickness there be, then what prayer or what supplication soever shall be made of any man or of all thy people Israel, when everyone shall know his own sore and his own grief, and will spread his hands in this house, then hear thou from thy heaven, from your dwelling place, and forgive and render unto every man according to all his ways, whose heart thou knowest, for thou Yahweh alone know the hearts of the men. And that's why you must go to him in those matters, so that he can show you the hearts of men. I've never known the heart of man in front of me on my own. But in going to the Creator, he's been able to reveal to me the heart of a person, if it's for me or if it's against me. Whichever way he does that.
Hallelujah.
In the land which thou gavest unto thy fathers.
Moreover.
And you can underline that. And go to moreover.
Concerning the stranger, which is not of thy people Israel.
Yes, sir.
But is come from the far countries for thy great name's sake.
For what?
For thy great name's sake.
So they heard about you.
Even from the dwelling place, and do according to all that the stranger calleth to thee for, that all people of the earth may know thy name and fear thee, as though thy people Israel, and may know that this house which I have.
Come, yeah. How he gonna be motivated to do that?
Israel got to represent.
Huh?
Israel got to represent.
Israel gotta represent what?
Yeah.
And not only that, Israel gotta teach the stranger.
Hallelujah.
It's your job to teach them.
Yes, sir.
So that's why I say we ain't on no bigotry trip. It's your job to stranger. That's what the Creator mean when he said, and you have held the right of the stranger. You haven't taught him. Now once you rebel, just like with Israel, if they rebel, that's on them.
Yes, sir.
But the right of a stranger, the right of all is to know about Yah.
Hallelujah.
That's what you were raised up to be, a king priest, to teach the word about the Most High. You only know you're stranger. Well, I'm going to talk to him in his presence about Yah the same way I talk in the presence of all my people in the Bible class about Yah.
Hallelujah.
And don't worry that he's going to go to the house of Yah and pray against you, because that prayer ain't going to be heard. He can't go pray something wicked against you.
All right.
In the house of Yah.
All right.
Whose forefathers built the house.
All right. Come on now.
No, the only thing he can go there and pray
Hallelujah.
and right thing. Hello?
All right.
That's what he means. Verse 34.
If thy people go to war against their enemy by the way that thou shalt send them, and they pray unto thee toward this city which thou hast chosen, and the house which I have built for thy name, then hear thou from heavens their prayer and their supplication, and maintain their cause.
See, we didn't even go to war without praying to Yah. Yes, Achilles could go to war without praying to Yah. You know. But even he didn't have the concept of praying before they went to war, because he prayed to his deity that he did know. David didn't just go out there. David prayed to Yah. That's why he said, I will go in the strength. That song, that's what I will go in the strength of Yah. I will make mention of thy righteousness, even thy only. And it's because he prayed to Yah before he faced Goliath, he had good success.
Hallelujah.
When we went to war, we prayed.
If they sin against thee, for there is no man which sinneth not.
Who ain't included in this number right here? I want to see a hand. Oh, okay.
Full of sin. All right. If they sin against thee, for there is no man which sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, and deliver them over before their enemy, and they carry them away captives again for
not only are you far off, but
enemies, in the land of my captivity.
Because you do have enemies. They show it every day. I looked at about 5 videos of young black men. One boy just walking through the park. Once cop stopped him, then 10 of them, he called, 10 of them just bum rushing and stepping on his knees, wrestling him to the ground, and all he was doing was walking through the park, trying to look for something on he threw down so they didn't find nothing. Another young man out, have his key card to his apartment complex, got his key card. So he have his bucket, he have one of them, and he picking up trash off the lawn of the apartment complex that he stays in. And he has ID and everything. And the cop rolls up on him. You belong here? What's the address of this place? Ask him a whole bunch of silliness. Then when the young man said, well, I provided you with everything that you need, I just want to go back and pick up He go back and pick up his thing. The cop pulls his taser. Another young man is in a convenience store and he's filming another police stoppage, but he's filming it, and so the officer comes up to him and he tells him he should have took off. He should have left. And the guy said, I can't leave. Y'all done pulled in here. My car is blocked. What you want me to do? Ram this car to get out? He said, you should have left. He said, I'm not doing nothing. So you under arrest. Well, I'm not doing nothing. My hands is out the way. I'm not doing. He's talking, reaching there and turn the car off. He said, I ain't reaching back. They grab him, wrestle him out the car. Screen goes black. But you can hear all the tusks. Not just men. Saw a young girl. Picked her up like you thought looking at WWE or something. Picked her up and just boom, slammed her. You saying, what you doing all this for? Nothing. Don't have to be making a move. Don't have to be you get into the stage, don't have to be doing nothing. And he said all of them, but you don't really know when to make that judgment call.
That's right.
I know sometimes even my white friends and people, they want to get mad at me, but you only get mad because you don't understand my plight.
That's it.
I don't have the luxury of deciphering as a complaint if you friend or if you foe.
All right.
So like any intelligent creature, I'm going on the basis that you are foe until you show me otherwise.
Hallelujah.
And the best armament I can have is to have the
Yes, sir.
That's the best armament I can have. Because if he is me, then I can be choked out. I can be shot or tased up.
Yes, sir. Hold it.
I'm in the land. I
This day, this is the land where we was in shackles.
Just as they had night or day, assurance of your life in 2020,
Yes,
night or day.
Sir.
Just as they feared the terror without and the plague within, so do we fear the terror without and the plague therein.
Yes, sir.
As I came in, that's why my brother was mentioning you want to take a life. Short observation of life. There's few things short of that make you want to take a life. Yeah. No art, no misunderstanding, no shoes, no chain, no nothing is worth you unless it's a right.
Much sense this murder.
If we yet what?
Yet, if they bethink themselves in the land, they are carried captive.
If they wait till they get back home.
No. If they bethink themselves.
Where?
Whether they are carried captive.
Now stop. Like I said, I'm very thorough. Stop. Are you in the land of your captivity?
Yes.
Huh? This prayer said first, and then think about getting right. You better start getting right here.
Yes, sir.
So stop that foolishness.
Hallelujah.
And then the other used to say,
yes,
everything you want to write on Facebook, it ain't going to change what this book is saying.
That's right. Hallelujah.
Come on.
If they bethink themselves in the land whither they are carried captive, and turn and pray unto thee in the land of their captivity.
Says it again, in the land of their captivity, saying,
we have sinned.
Yes.
And we have done amiss, and all their soul in the land of their captivity whether they have carried them captives and prayed toward their land, which thou gavest unto their fathers, and toward the city which thou hast chosen, and toward the house which I have built for thy name.
Again, toward this house which I have built for thy name. Go ahead.
Then hear down from the heavens, even from thy dwelling place, their prayer and their supplications, and maintain their cause, and forgive thy people which have sinned against thee. Now, my Elohim, let I see thy eyes be open, and let thy ears be attent unto the prayer that is made in this place. Now therefore arise, O Yahweh Elohim, into thy resting place, thou and the ark of thy strength. Let thy priests, O Yahweh Elohim, be clothed with. Turn not away the face of thy anointed. Remember the mercies of David, remember the mercies of David, thy servant. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And so we know that the Almighty house is a place that we went to, and it's in the direction of the east, and that's where we turn, and that's where we pray, and that's why we stand up, and that's why.
Yes.
And then we also found out who wrote Psalm 132, didn't we?
Yes.
Who wrote it?
Solomon.
That's right. Thank you.
Hallelujah.
Now, as a kicker, it's all they ask for one thing, but they got a kicker. Kicker, you get extra. Because now we found face the east and turn and pray toward that house. But the kicker is the Almighty Christians, if they don't know nothing else, they know this talking about. But Christians know this like the back of their hand. And that's Yah's response to Solomon, which is found in 2 Chronicles, what?
Chapter 7.
Verse what?
14.
Israel.
Yahweh's people.
Not Christians, not Muslims, not Rastafari, not Egyptologists, not Baptists and Methodists and Episcopalians and Unitarians and Seventh-day Adventists and Jehovah. That people's name is Israel.
Hallelujah.
So what?
Which are called by not my name.
Not Goldberg and Goldstein and Hindenburg and all the other bergs. Go ahead.
Which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seeking your face.
But what's the formula?
And turn from
we gotta, brother Steele, thank you, sister. What's the formula? We gotta humble ourselves.
Right?
Ain't going home like this. And what?
And
pray. Now we'll do that.
All right.
We do that.
Yes, sir.
But we done missed the first part of the equation, which is to be humble. And few people want to be humble.
Sir.
But the Almighty telling you, you got to get a good dose. You got to get a baker's dozen of humble pie. But you need humble themselves. Then pray.
And seek my face.
Whose faces are his people seeking today? If they were seeking this face, there'd be more people. If things in here, there's folks in here.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna go there today. If they were seeking Yah, but they haven't sought Yah, huh?
Yes, sir.
But this is the equation: humble ourselves, pray, seek Yah's face,
and turn from their wicked ways.
We ain't done that. Come on now.
All right. Yes, sir.
Hands up.
Go ahead.
Need to see the room that is. Do I need to see them up?
Go ahead.
I need to see arms. I want to see them up. Raise the roof. Raise the roof. Yeah, don't give me no pterodactyl arms.
All right.
Lion.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why we stealing.
Yes, sir.
That's why we cheating.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
Huh?
Hallelujah.
We ain't turned from that have reform. But and when you do all these things, then
will I hear from heaven
yes,
and forgive their sins
yes,
and will heal their land.
yes, and that was his response.
Hallelujah.
So now we'll do when in sincerity and wholeheartedness and uprightness, and when we understand why we're doing it, and we understand what's required of us to do, you have his answer of what he will do for us to that question. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We back in park now. In park.
Hallelujah.
I don't ride, but we gonna gas up for the next couple 100 miles. Why do we wear fringes? I don't know. But we do it because Mama said do it. We follow tradition. But they came. Why Christmas? Even though Christmas is not written favorably anywhere in scriptures, why celebrate it? I don't know. We do it because okay, don't make it right. But then we look. But for the children of Israel, when you ask us, don't do nothing on Saturday. Go to the mall, open, sell. And Sister Nara tell I can't go to no sale on. What? You strange, yeah? Why? She got to justify it. Tell me you're doing something you don't know why you're doing it. Justify it. Why fringes? Why so many beautiful Sabbath day?
Hallelujah.
And if that is not good enough for you, I don't know what would make you keep the Sabbath day. To be able to do something the Creator Himself did. If that ain't motivation, I don't know what can get you motivated.
All right.
But why do we wear fringes? Numbers 15 chapter.
Yes, sir.
Start at verse 29.
Hallelujah. Numbers chapter 15.
Let's let everybody get there.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 29.
Yes, sir.
Hallelujah. Ye shall have one law for him that sinneth through ignorance, both for him that is born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among them. But the soul that is stranger, the same reproacheth Yahweh, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people.
Are we finding the theme from Yah? Are we finding the theme?
One law.
One law.
Hallelujah.
One way. But not just for one people, for everybody. That's why the Almighty told Moses to tell the children of Israel, all flesh is mine. All souls belong to me. And the white man don't, that's because he's white.
Hallelujah.
He needs to learn how to do righteous like the black man needs to learn how to do righteous.
All right.
And if they come from Mars tonight and land spaceships over there, they better learn how to do right when they come down here.
Hallelujah. Because in the name of Yah, we'll be...
Judge people. If by what's right, I don't judge them by how nappy their hair is they are or how wrong they are. And I have one criteria. So if you're light-skinned black, you ain't better standing than the dark-skinned black.
All right.
All that little superficial talking about don't yeah. There's one law. There's right and wrong.
Hallelujah.
Whether it's ignorance or if it's presumption, there's one way. Go ahead.
But the soul that doth act presumptuously, whether he be born in the land,
He's of the Israel,
or a stranger,
or if he's a stranger that come in the land and acting a fool.
the same reproacheth Yahweh.
The same shows that he hate Yah.
and that soul shall be cut off.
Because that's what judgment and true justice. That's what you don't have abound in this land.
Yes, sir.
There's favoritism.
Yes, sir.
There's a miscarriage of justice.
Yes, sir.
Oh, because he is the son of somebody.
That's right.
Well, then he don't have to be a judge. You could tell somebody she can't go. Why? The law, I know, but she too pretty to go to jail.
No.
Every day. They too. Huh? I don't know what the sister did, but last time I checked, they called them the Gang of Five. How the Gang of Five get down to you chasing one?
Right.
Unceasingly. Foolishness that she got wrapped up in, these foolish ways. But he don't look like her. That boy Ray around go with that racist teaching.
Yeah.
It's truth teaching.
Yes.
I apologize for it.
Hallelujah. Privilege.
Because this is what's called iniquity. This is what's called not being fair.
Yes, sir.
This is destroy the world.
Yes, it was. Yes, it is.
That's one homes. Not with great favoritism, but one.
Hallelujah.
You set a standard. What's the standard? You come in too late. What's the standard? You break curfew. What's the standard? 2-week punishment. I don't let the scene come in late and he done broke curfew by, I don't know how much. Oh, he all right because he my oldest. No, I thought the standard for breaking curfew was 2-week punishment. But he all right. He brought me some Haagen-Dazs. You know, I like Haagen-Dazs. No, if some Haagen-Dazs, that's good. When you hand me that Haagen-Dazs, understand this. You got 2 punishment. Thank you.
It's good too.
You can watch me enjoy this for 2 weeks.
Right.
But that's fairness.
Commandment. That soul shall utterly be cut off. His iniquity shall be upon him.
Yeah.
And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day.
They found a man that wanted to test this theory, wanted to put it to the test, and he went off and did his own thing. They found this man gathering sticks.
And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron.
Now they found him gathering sticks when?
On the Sabbath day.
On the Sabbath day. And they did what when they found him gathering sticks?
Brought it to Moses and Aaron.
So they already knew there was something wrong with gathering sticks on the Sabbath day. With what he was doing, they knew there was something wrong with it. They already knew they wouldn't have touched him. They knew he was violating some principle.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron and the congregation. And they put him inward because it was not declared what should be done to him.
They didn't know the judgment that was to be passed on for violating the principle of the Sabbath day. What they didn't know, what Moses didn't even know, was the judgment. Not that they the law. The precept for violating it. And that's why they said we had to put him in ward. We had to put him in jail for a minute until we find out what is to be done with him for violation. And that's what the Almighty gave him when he told him what?
And said unto Moses, the man shall be utterly put to death, and all the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp and stoned him with stones, and he died. And as Yahweh had commanded Moses. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying,
and after this incident took place, because the Almighty loves his children. So after this horrible, horrific incident took place, that a person tested his words, didn't believe, didn't want to submit to his word, and everything that followed that, Almighty told the other children that he loved, he told them to do something that would always keep them in remembrance of keeping his word, of following his word, of adhering to his word, of walking in his word. And what he told them to do, that they wouldn't have a rebellious spirit and a rebellious mind. He told them to what?
Speak unto the children of Israel throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe.
Upon what?
Upon the fringe.
Upon what?
Upon the fringe.
Upon the fringe. One.
Of the borders, a ribbon of blue.
A ribbon of blue upon one fringe. Huh?
Hallelujah.
Is that what that says?
Yes, sir.
Did I add?
No, sir.
Did I take away?
No, sir.
That people like to disagree with Brother Aaron.
Yes, sir.
But they don't disagree with me. This book says that when you what? Look upon what?
A fringe.
A fringe.
That you may look upon it.
That you may look upon them.
No, look upon it.
That you may look upon it.
And remember.
Just one. If you just look at one. If you just catch the glimpse of one. When you see it, that you may.
And that you seek not after your own hearts and your own eyes, after which you used to go a whoring, that ye may remember to do all my commandments and be holy unto your Elohim. I am Yahweh your Elohim, which you ought, which
reminders to ourselves, to each other. If the Almighty word is what it's supposed to be, when you see these instantaneously, our mind is to go to the law.
Hallelujah.
Man, that girl, she was good. I don't want to be a husband, but she was good. Just one night. Well, when I see these ought to tell me, well, what the law say. If you ain't trying to do nothing, these were a constant reminder as we move us tangibly and spiritually. That's why it was supposed to be on our doorposts. Supposed to be written in our heart. Supposed to be always with us. And we could see them whether we coming toward one another. We could see them whether we going away from one another. Own eyes.
Your own eyes. After which you used to go
bad. But I better find out some other things. Other than if she just built right. I'm first not trying to do and make what this is to remind me of. Forsake and do after how I used to think. The Almighty want things handled. Y'all know I felt prey to it. And most of the time, the way I've handled things if I've handled them the way the Almighty want me to handle, I paid the price, but it's been in a good way. And I can live with that. So these are not just decorative, folks. I won't even look. I'm going to look the other way because these are also meant to be worn again, not just coming here, not just in the comfortability. On my job, they're worn. And I know people look at, matter of fact, when I'm really feeling that Hebrew good, I I got a special pair that I go in and I look up and I say, these stand. We can do it in wickedness, but we can't do it in righteousness.
All right.
The Crip never have a problem flying his blues. Never have a problem flying his red.
Yeah.
The gangster disciple never had a problem flying his black.
Yeah.
Better get that right, because if I'm miserable, still corrupting people. But here's something the Almighty give the children of Israel to fly and represent him, and we only want to do it one day. People are wearing to show you who they are. In the alphabet community, they got clothes to show you who they are. Yeah, there's too many of them letters. I can't keep up with them. So I got to just say the alphabet community. Because they got flags. I don't wear them. Creator said, I'm with you. And I've seen the time where they think it's some fashion statement. So they starting to ask me, Brother Aaron, man, where can I get a pair of them? I said, no, it ain't like that. You get a good sister to make you a good pair of friends, they be, where can I get a pair of them? That cheap, you just ain't fashion. Because our people want to be on cutting edge of fashion. So if it's something new, they won't say that they doing it.
Right.
When I walk through parking lots, that's what they said. Israel. I turn around, look, screaming. What the? I don't even know. Then the people that are not the original seed of Israel, it brings shame to them when they see you rocking these.
Yeah.
How they supposed to be rocked? Because you came in the store and the union and your name come up and everything. When he's white and your name come up, if you're nobody there to confront him, he's going to be at ease with your identity. But if you're there to confront him, breaking out in cold sweats. What's wrong with you? I know because I've experienced it. They know the testimony, so I ain't got to go into it. And why you want them to be able. Now let's stop them. And he ain't got to say nothing to them. They around, they see it, they be like, no, get out of here with that, buddy. Get out of here with that. No, get out of here with that. No, get out of here with that. Yeah, you confront it now. They're a standard. They're a sign. They're representation that you know righteousness. That you know what it is to follow Yah. That's what they are, an outward sign of. Now, let me say, they're an outward sign. But the most important thing, now, let me clarify. It still must be within you.
Hallelujah.
But some people can put them in nothing, and there ain't nothing, but they empty on the inside.
That's right.
This outward sign must be a testament to what's on the inside of you.
Hallelujah.
Because it would be nothing like watching a person rock some fringes and they the biggest whoremonger in the city of Cincinnati.
Watch out.
Or a thief. Or a murderer. Murder somebody and they run away. What they have on? I don't know. They have some long strings hanging on with blue. Oh, okay. We know how to narrow that down then. They got one downtown. They got one in Hartwell. They got one in Barn. We're going to catch them some kind of way. Take about one of them communities. On Saturday, yeah, just drive by. Yeah, all right, we're going to catch him. That him? Yeah, that's him. Now they're coming all up in the congregation. You got a Josiah Ben Israel, yeah. AKA Dusty Rickenbacker. Oh, what the? That's a government name. Oh, now Channel 5 done pulled up outside. Ain't no good. Y'all know that we leave it alone. Let's go. And that is our ability to effectually do what's right and believe in what's right by Yah. They don't have no special powers. They won't stop bullets. I heard a brother say, "Yeah, I got my friends on this side. I think it stopped the bus." I said, "Oh." I said, "Please get him off the pole." Oh, mercy. They don't. No, they don't. They don't do that. They not the last little truth like Wonder Woman. You can wrap them around somebody and they'll tell you the truth. They don't have none of that. They are outward sign to show what's inside of you, that you understand doing right and work and walk in the ways of the Almighty. What they are, and they're imperative to wear, and we wear them on the four corners of our vesture, as it states in Deuteronomy, the 22,
chapter 22,
verse 12, the placement
verse
of them.
12.
Yes. Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt make these. Thou shalt make these fringes of
quarters. We know what the quarter something is. That's the section it off. That's 1 quarter, 2 quarters, like a game. Huh? We don't say they played the whole game and they just at the end of the first quarter. We say they played the first quarter. Then the second quarter, third quarter, then the fourth when it's over. Then we say, and the game is over with. Well, when the Almighty says, thou shalt wear what?
Of thy vesture.
Wherewith?
Thou coverest.
And that's why we said, if we quarter ourselves, there's a quarter, there's a quarter, there's a quarter, there's a quarter. When you said, I can see them from the front, I can see one from the back, I can see one from the side, rear side, or frontal side. Yes, and I can see one from the side or rear side on the opposite side. Yes, so I'm taking care of the whole circumference by placing them where he said place them in the 4 quarters of my vesture. Why do we stand for our elders? Why do we stand for our elders? Because elders are and should be the backbone of a people. You show me a people with no elders, I'll show you that have lost their way. Consequently, one man was really tearing up the electorate, but all his gains are among, and he preaches a doctrine of revolution. He promises a revolution. There's going to be a great revolution. And that sets well with young people, impulsive people that don't always look well to their goings. They're just impulsive. And when something sound good, they just ready to act. So yes, he's catching fire with them. Because it's one thing to get it started, but what's going to sustain it? He can never come up with foolproof answers as to what's going to sustain it. Well, the older folks, they're in the corner of another man who's saying, no, we don't want revolution. We want seasoned, concrete, methodical change. And that resonates with older people because they know that that's more sound than just being impulsive and going off and doing something. Mama, we got married yesterday. When did you meet that boy? Last week? And he proposed to me, and it sounded good. Okay, just impulsive. And in the generation that we live in, that's how they are. Like I said, you got high schoolers, 8th graders. I look at my son, he scroll through TV, be watching these little videos. They got little 8th graders running around football talking about he the GOAT. I said, wait a minute. Don't that mean the greatest of all time? Yes. And the 8th grader, he the GOAT? Yes. This is a generation that want things like that. There's no patience. There's no longevity. I want it now, bam. And it's a generation that get it. We bestow things on them right now. I might ask for something. It might be 2 years later before I get it. I want 10 speed. Then I want 10 speed. I want 10 speed. Man. But he didn't, just because I want to, he didn't just run out and buy it. Teach me patience. Because life don't always give you what you want when you want it.
Right.
And then toiling for it, it teaches you to appreciate it. That's why they don't appreciate it. They get something so easy. And guys, you put them shoes up. Sometimes you put them back in the middle of the day. They got Jordan tomorrow. They got St. Louis Escavades the next day. This. And they take care of none of it. But it don't mean nothing. That's why I say that's being youthful. That's being impulsive. I'll show you a group of people in the net that ain't going nowhere. Show me one that don't have no respect for elders. I'll show you one that's not going nowhere. We always have been as good, not as our youth, but we've been as good as our elders. It's tying everything together. It's tying our past with our present to get our future ahead. That's the link in the chain. We cannot have success one without the other. I love sitting on grandma's lap. They said, "Boy, old. Never want to be around my cousins at my age and everything. Not a lot. I play with them later on." And I said, "Aaron, love old people." She said, "Hell, he old." You should sit down and learn at the feet of maybe some young people. But when you have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the younger people sit down at your feet. Scriptures in high esteem. And like I said, before we knew about nursing homes and easy living facilities, as they call them, and all these places, was home with me. Daddy, you ain't got to go nowhere. Mama, you ain't got to go nowhere. Because we're going to take care of them better. The roles kind of reverse. Like it was when you was young, who's going to take care of you better than your parents? Well, when they get to that point of their years where they starting to dwindle, who's going to look out better for them? I don't expect nobody to have my back more than my son. That's why when we step out, see, that's my best friend. Believe it or not. This little rascal right here. 15 years when I stepped out with him when he was like this. You're going to have to kill me. So now, if I've done and we've built that kind of rapport between these limbs as fast as I used to, when I can't move as swiftly as I used to, efficiently, to handle that, him is his oldest, well than him.
Hallelujah.
That can't be entrusted to somebody better than them. That boy, it'll be. My grandfather loved him to death. Even as a frail, started to bend over, boy, 89-year-old man. Leviticus 19.
Hallelujah.
Why I stand? When I saw your hand, sis, I'm gonna get you. Okay. Hang on to it. Leviticus 19,
Sir.
verse 32.
Hallelujah. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old man and fear thy Elohim.
One is a commandment that we rise up. That's just a sign of respect. Huh? All things of authority, I heard somebody earlier, I'm not doing it to make no enemies or nothing, but I'm doing it for truth. Because I heard somebody say, I won't see that. I want to see somebody just run up in David's kingdom, run up on David at the throne, and just run up on him. I won't see that. It said when they came up, they did what? Obeisance. You look up the word obeisance, that don't mean they just came and said, hey man, you cool. It meant to fall, to bow down. That's what they did. That's not saying you worshiping him. There must be some level of respect when there's superiority to inferiority.
Yes, sir.
And you are the superior to your children, so there better be some levels of respect. There's not even no relationship. So the creator rise up.
Rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old man.
Honor the face of the old man. Old grizzled face that have 70, 80, 90, 100 years of life written in it. 77 years of her life, good and bad, written in her face. The struggle, servant of honor, the great elder that we just sent her back home to the Almighty to rest. When I looked at her, I saw all the years of her life in her face. We to honor that. The face of the old man. Well, fear Yah because this is.
Hallelujah.
They didn't get it because they great.
All right.
They didn't get it simply because they eat a fabulous kind of diet.
All right.
They didn't get it because on their own they have strength. They achieved this because through it all, like the old Negro song said, through it all, I made it.
Hallelujah.
When I didn't even know how I made it, I made it. I made it through the lights being cut off.
Yes, sir.
I made it through food being scarce in the house.
Yes, sir.
I made it through not being able to when you see me at old. There's things, the lines of face are like lines on a map. Body Almighty God.
Oh, yeah.
The hoary head. the face of the old man. Look at what the Creator says in Isaiah 46. This is why it says, honor the hoary head, rise from of the old man, and learn to fear Yah. In his longevity, learn
Yaakov and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me from the belly.
Which are born by me from the where?
From the belly.
And which are what?
Are carried from the womb.
And even to your what?
Your old age.
Am I what?
I am he.
And even to what?
The hoary hairs will I carry you.
I
have made. And I will bear.
Even I
will carry.
And I
will deliver you.
That's why you rise before the hoary head. That's why you honor the face of the old man. That's why you fear Yah, because you've seen the work of Yah, how he has carried somebody from the womb to this very old age. And it wasn't easy. They've seen many of struggles. Like I said, as I sat with Mother Zarat, she told me about being so close to it. She could tell me, not where I just read about it, she could tell me about post-slavery. Because her parents was in a generation, her parents, or some of her that went before was right there. They were children of slavery. That's things she read in the textbook. They were actual children of the cotton field. Literally picking. Literally children that came after the cotton fields and came through Jim Crow. So this is not something she read in text. This is life. Hallelujah. She lived it. Hallelujah. That's a problem with our people that I keep saying. And that's why young cats is pissed. I was told, you won't go nowhere. You don't come through me. When I had my first, I had to lean on my mother. Like I said, I was a nervous wreck. Boy sneezed. That's you. You gotta go to the doctor. Hey, put that boy down. He all right. He sneezed. I ain't see him turn over. Is he alive? Leave that boy alone. Let him sleep. Let him get his sleep out. I'm a nervous wreck. Now, by the time I get to David, I'm like, shoot. But that first one, I needed to lean on somebody that been there and done that. And that's what she said when I took him home. And she made him come stay with her. And that's what she said, get out the way. You don't know what you're doing. I said, this is my son. Okay, and I'm your son. Let me go ahead and sit down real quick. Yeah. And he'll see. He look at me 14 crazy, but I say, wait, he'll see. He'll be running around, Daddy. And we're all right. Yes, sis. What was this from? Yes, sis, the question. Had the hand up.
I just had a being that was speaking on elders. It had made me think about my grandfather. Every morning, I talk to him and talk to my grandfather. We would be up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I took you everywhere. We would always be on the road, and I would just be driving you wherever we had to go. And he said, and I was tickled because he had some things he had to do, and just so I was able to take him. He was so honored by it that the next day he shared his call. He was like, he said, do you know, now in my age, now you're carrying me around to do what I have to do. And I said, well, Grandpa, that just means that you did what you had to do in those times, and, for me to even want to do it, because I hear people that when they family want and need grandparents or not, it's a wrap, it's a wrap, And for me, if I have it in my schedule or you get enough time to get it done, where I can start some things and move
Hallelujah.
And turn to Proverbs, turn to Proverbs 16.
Proverbs
16,
chapter 16.
verse 31.
Hallelujah. The hoary head, glory, if it be found in the
Is a crown of glory if on regardless. So that's a commandment.
yes, sir.
Be mistaken that every person with a hoary head, meaning it should enhance, it should be able to give life enhancing information. Be one that able to disseminate information to help a person's life, help them in life, not dumb them down, not have a hoary head and you running around here like you 16. Look at that young guy right there. I want to give it like the young boy. You supposed to be helping them get away from mess like that. Cookie. Stop that. Stop that. All you gotta do is give you some milk and cookies, and you're gonna be, and that's all. No, you're supposed to help in the way of what I said. Now you're gonna honor the law by showing them if they had that hoary head and respect them. But like they say, better to keep your mouth shut and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
All right.
And sometimes when people open their mouth, remove all doubt, old or young.
Yes, sir.
And I'll show you one last thing. Go to the book of Job. That's why Elihu said this in the book of Job. We asked about this hoary head. Go to the book of Job. I'm going to expedite everything. Pick up in verse 7. Verse 6. Actually, pick up in verse 4. Start there, just to expedite everything.
Job chapter 32, verse 4. Now, Elihu, who had wanted to Job, had spoken, because they were elder than he. When Elihu saw that there was no answer in the mouth of these three men, then his wrath was kindled. And Elihu, the son of Barshael, the Buzite, answered and said, I am young, and ye are very old. Wherefore I will and does not show you my opinion.
In other words, I kept quiet for a long time while y'all was talking, because I'm young and y'all old. And that's the course of things. A young man, I should be quiet. y'all being older than me, y'all would hash this thing out and make good sense of it. So I kept quiet. But what? And I showed you not my opinion.
And I showed you not my opinion.
I said days should what?
Speak.
And multitude of years should
teach wisdom. But
he said, but after listening to y'all, y'all came up short. And there's a spirit
in a man.
And
the inspiration of the Almighty giving them understanding.
And the inspiration of Yah, that if you hear something and it ain't right, I don't care how old it is, if it don't sound right, there's an inspiration. There's a spirit that I gotta speak out.
Hallelujah.
As a teacher, if I'm hearing something that ain't being taught absolutely how I think the Almighty have it laid out in the book to be taught, it ain't no offense.
Hallelujah.
But there's an inspiration.
Yes, sir.
There's a spirit.
Yes, sir.
That's in me that tells me you got to say what needs to be said.
Hallelujah.
But they've been teaching longer? Yes. But who been teaching longer than them?
Yeah.
For I know that what? Great men are what?
Or neither do the aged understand judgment.
And aged men don't always understand, they should. More times out of not, they should be able to understand and give right counsel. But it don't mean that himself, who is the Ancient of Days, will come and finish speaking in the book. But the rest of this that you read is correcting Io and his three with their bad.
Hallelujah.
Now that don't mean, and that's not written to say you can go around just correcting older people. That's not what this is saying. But when you hear something that's bad information,
right?
That's bad information. It's bad information. It don't matter what the chronicle number is that's saying it. It's
what exactly again, I understand, the greatness of it. You got younger people that got
yes, because nowadays good. That's why we also went and we delved into all of what was being said.
And also is it to the hair or the color of the hair, or is it also include just got older folks out here who don't have no gray at all? Is that like a sign from the Almighty that they not to be regarded in that sense, or you know what I mean? Like what? How?
One thing that it's not saying head of grays. Maybe it's 3. Maybe it's patches. But again, as I taught earlier, and y'all know this is how I teach. What this is to signify. See, I'm not a terribly old person, right? But I have my share, right? Is the will signify. You see, that's why and life. But that's what I'm saying. And life. That's why they do pictures. A lot of times they'll do pictures of presidents when by the time they leave up out of that bad boy, again, they look like Snow White. Plain white. Yeah, through that time. And how it have from the womb. I have carried you. I have delivered you. I have protected you. Even to because it's gonna come a point. Even to the point I'm the one that has done that. You see? So it's not simply just looking and say, ooh, and that's why I read all that. It's not simply just looking and say, ooh, Brother Aaron, he gray haired. I might not have an inkling of what's going on in the world
All right.
to tell you nothing. That gray hair will fool you. You'll be like, oh, I thought he was wise. No, he dumb as a box of rocks. But what it should indicate, like any natural course of life, see, it might not turn gray ourselves with it. Everybody know how in Israel, one of the main tribes they like to use, or the head tribe, he like to use Judah. And what was the symbol of Judah? The lion.
Right.
Now, how's that lion yet? But he strut around because a little patches coming in. And as he grows, it starts to thicken, fill in. Now, when he's young, and see, that's what this is. These are euphemisms. Turn with me to the book. Turn with me to Genesis. Go with me to
Hallelujah.
$49. Isn't that a blessing? When you're looking around and seeing a lot of men in this generation dying at 25, 19, not even reaching 30 years old, isn't it a blessing that I could be reaching my 50s? I'm almost 50 years old. And when you understand the Almighty, you understand that I'm just starting to live.
Yes, sir.
You thought you old? No, I'm not. This is what the Creator called a flower of my life.
Hallelujah.
This is where I should be budding.
Yes, sir.
I should be done got past now.
Hallelujah.
I should really be far. I should be hell on wheels.
Yes, sir.
Should be. Right now, they ain't sold, so I done missed some steps. So that I can get the fullness out of life.
Yes.
You don't know what life is at 19.
All right.
Settling in. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So to see this there, I ain't gotta reach hard. I just do like this. You know it's there. They walk in the middle. You see this right here. That little dirt. Go get a right car. Shake that off. No, this fool begging, huh? But this from many days walking in the jungle.
All right.
Hmm?
Dumping in the yard.
Dumping in the.
Yes, sir.
This from many days of being ran up on by the tigers and the alligators and the hyenas. Yeah, this from many days of starving them off.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so what the color, but it shows something.
Yes, sir.
It should show something. And if you with me, if you walk with me, and if you listen, if you're ready to listen, you'll hear some things. I ain't telling you I got everything, but you'll hear what you need to hear. And that's what it shows. Hello? Yeah, you never knew that, did you? They clean shave because they want to give the appearance that they're not old, that they're young.
Right.
Because facial hair, it does tend to make one look old. Projects his age. So they want to have a smooth skin, base skin, but look like they young bucks.
Right.
Well, if you don't think I'm a young buck, that's good, because I'm not. But if you think I'm a chicken dinner, come on over this way. And I'll give you a 2-piece, 3-piece, 4-piece biscuit, and the extra large drink to go with it. You can go some. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Hey, one ain't got nothing to do with the other. But that's why they do it appearance. They look younger. So they don't want it to grow. They don't want it to grow out. Now I must admit, because I'm telling you, this is coming trimmed down. Enjoy it. If you like this, enjoy it while it lasts, because it's getting trimmed down. Yes, for real. Come on, brother. Genesis 49. That's all we got to say about that. Genesis 49.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
Verse 8.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 8. Judah, thou art Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be on the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
We're going to be the head of them. Go ahead. Oh, because he learned. He got years under his belt. See, that young man, he going to jump. Ooh, I see it. Now it doesn't skate. He ain't eating for days. He running around the jungle belly He said, ain't we going to get up and chase him? No. Don't we chase him now? No. Now? No. He gonna get away. No, he ain't. He gonna march right up here to us. See, you talking about going and chasing it. I'm talking about letting him come to me. So I'm gonna lay here like I'm half dead. And he gonna snoop his way and slip his way all the way up here to where it take 1 pounce. Close. He didn't get away, did he? No. I learned that through years of letting one slip away.
Hallelujah.
So what's here
shows
on that old lion when the little mane starts to change from that to the bar and well trimmed and all grown. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But it shows what he has
up here.
Up here.
Yes, sir.
And when he have it up here, the young lion, all your more.
He stooped down.
Mm-hmm.
He couched as a lion. And as an old lion.
And as the old lion.
Who shall rouse him up?
Who want to stir the old lion up? The young lion, you don't want to stir him, but you got a good chance of getting the old lion. See, like when I came up under the elders, they taught us that in the street. You don't mess with an old man.
Nope.
You don't mess with an old man. Young men don't get speeches before they do what they're going to do. Man, I'm going to tell you what. I'm on just talking trash. Man, old man just stand there against the wall like he can't do nothing. Having him to scorn, Jack. I mean, he out like a boss of rock. He out. Just one hit. Pop just wiped him clean. The color of the hair is what should be with the whore's head. That's why we say, but we'll rise because it is a whore's head. But you still have to figure out what is, and that's why we read that Isaiah, because he said, I said for you making it there. And that's why I brought up people like Emma Zara, because he carried her for years. Even the years she didn't, was she always a great source of knowledge? You would find out when she's no longer here in this chair to talk to. That's why I tell and instruct them, any day you get to go to do that. Whether I get over there or not, if you have the chance to go and sit with her, be in her company, don't let it pass you by, because you'll never know, as the saying said, give it your all and get enough out of which you never can, but then you'll be living and saying, I should have been there more. I should have went and spent more time.
Yeah, that's right.
So we are. They should be deserving of it. David prayed and told the Almighty, don't let a certain man even reach old age. That was his prayer, his petition to the Creator. He said, because this man a fool, don't even win. Some golden years. But David said, don't even let this man matter go to the grave as an old man. You kill him. Because the foolish way he is, he'll cause others just about character still. These are signs. The outward is never more important than the inward. Never. How beautiful a person is outside, how white their teeth is, how sparkly they important than what's on the inside.
Yeah.
I went, ooh, brother, you sure it's tight, you sure. Oh, I just sure enough like you. I said, she don't even know one thing about me. How she like me? She done seen me in a few little rags with a few little perfume on and wondering how she like me. Talking about she like me. And don't know nothing about me. Don't know if I'm good with money. Don't know my temperament. Yeah, I can smile all day for a couple of 5 hours. Like me then. How you like me now? Yeah, that's what they be saying. Come get him. But that's what we don't take the time to manipulate and find out. Because all that glitters, glitter. She bad. She can look, he can look, and he can look like summer breeze and be a winter blizzard. And just remember that. But I hope that's why we do for the elders.
Yeah.
Got one more question.
Uh-huh.
Is it possible that an elder
It's possible. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I tell y'all sit down all the time. Y'all don't listen to me. I just do it all the time.
should that? That's the same thing I said.
But I'll tell you that, and that's me.
Right.
But what is
Well, I still say it sometimes.
yeah, y'all don't listen, and y'all don't listen to me. Why don't we celebrate holidays? Why don't we celebrate holidays? Who said we don't? Hello? Question is, why don't we celebrate holidays?
We do celebrate.
I answered it and said, don't.
We don't celebrate pagan holidays.
Holiday.
Man-made holidays. Celebrate. Holiday.
We just celebrate traditions that's founded and based in lies, propaganda, and have no merit and have no truth. Like I spoke about New Year. We celebrate New Year's,
That's right.
but we celebrate the New Year's that was given by the creator of everything.
Hallelujah.
We celebrate the New Year that nature will boldly attest to. Should be celebrated.
Yes, sir.
We're in harmony with all creation. So we celebrate holidays. With a brother earlier on the phone, we were talking about some of that to an extent. And because a lot of people believe you don't even celebrate birthdays.
Yes.
I
We
said,
don't
who?
celebrate that.
I said, who told you that?
Or their kids.
And I talked to some people, and they said,
What you, bro?
of Acts, John the Baptist, he was beheaded on a young girl's birthday. That bring the head of John the Baptist to her on a platter, or on a tray. And so he beheaded her as a birthday present. He beheaded John the Baptist and brought it to the queen so she could show it to her daughter. And so that's why people, they say, we don't celebrate birthdays. I asked one brother, that's a Jehovah's birthday? He said, no. I said, you're married, aren't you? He said, yeah, happily, at that time. He said, happily. I said, He said, as a matter of fact, yeah, at that time. And I said, you are? He said, yeah. I said, let me ask you something. I said, now you're your wedding anniversary, but you won't celebrate your birthday. I said, and if you don't have your birthday, then you could never get married. He said, why? I ain't think about it like that. I said, you're going to celebrate one that if you didn't have the other, that's good. Craig said something. See, the Almighty, one of the scriptures that was brought out is, but follow not the way of the heathen. And everybody take that to put it on everything. But what does that really mean? That means follow not the ways of a people to do things to take you away from the Creator. It don't mean don't celebrate nothing, don't get in nothing, don't have fun and joy in nothing. The moon was to be celebrated. Every feast day was to be celebrated. We the most celebrating people that there is. That's why party is in the eighth. Drink. Get three things and you'll have room. You'll have room. You won't even have room. You have shoulders. You get so many people in, you'll be begging them to go home. And you promise them this three things. That's some good music.
Yeah.
Some good food.
Yeah.
And some of that good treat. And y'all straight, Jack. They ain't going nowhere all night long. They get some of that good treat and good food and good music. About nothing else. Who party is it? We don't care. We just party. They don't care. Don't care. They don't care.
No, it's a family reunion.
Where we enjoy.
Yes, sir.
Where we celebrate things.
Yes, sir.
He condemned us when he said in Deuteronomy 20, verse 47. He talking about don't follow the heathen to go away from him. And that's why he describes that pagan custom, because it's a custom that took people away. They wasn't serving him. They wasn't rejoicing in things that was right. They were rejoicing in everything that was wrong. But look at what Yah said in Deuteronomy 28, verse 47.
Because thou servest not.
What is
servest not?
You got some of these Israelites wandering around here like they belong in somebody more.
All right.
Serving the Almighty like they in the land of the dead. Well, go to the grave then if that's how you gonna look.
You know,
people should see Israel, and we should be setting them on. Creator said, because you serve me not. With what?
Joyfulness.
And what else?
Gladness of heart.
In the church, we say, I got that joy, joy, joy down in my heart. And everybody bang down in my heart. Down in the whole serve me not with joyfulness and gladness of heart. For the what?
Abundance of all things.
Is your birthday a good thing? He said, the abundance of all things. That means the abundance of all things, right?
Yes.
Huh? So he wants you to be joyful.
Hallelujah.
Well, took us here once we read that. Yeah, somebody out there saying, man, we gonna let that big mouth man do all the talking. I got something to say.
Leviticus.
I had you in. How did I lose my train of thought that quick? But the Creator says, because serve do not in the abundance of all things. And what's all things? Your birth, the day you were born.
Good thing.
Is that in all things?
Yes. Verse.
Anniversary. Is that in all things?
Yeah. Wedding. Motion on the kid.
Huh?
Motion on the job.
I said, unlike some person will make a big fit and go and shower mama, can't thing against the Almighty every day.
Every day.
But if I gotta give you an extra to get you to do it at least one day, then have at it.
Celebrate.
Have at it. Celebrate them. We would hope that maybe if you do it that one, it'll kick it in that you learn, oh, I can do this every day.
My mom.
And then it don't become such a big deal.
That's right.
But if I got to give you a little extra boom, little extra fire, the light in you, to go home with flowers and candy for a sweetie day to show your baby that you love her, then have at it. Girl, you're my sweetie. You come in with hearts and stuff, balloons, all that. You're my sweetie pie. Now we hope that you show that to her every day.
Right.
If she is. Now if she ain't,
You know why you doing it one
you
day?
can't help it. They will boost every day.
Yeah.
If you that one day, that might last you about 3 or 4 months. If you just Solomon said, ravisher, no kids, huh?
All right.
Sisters, am I talking y'all like? There's no kids. And that was the one that told me to move on. What's the next? Elder, help me out. What you was gonna say? Yes, ma'am. Huh? Frontlets. Frontlets. Yes, ma'am. Frontlets. But like I said, who said to close this out, who said we don't? So why you doing it? Just like it does in scriptures, you can give the reason as to why you're doing it. Like I said, people are celebrating things and they don't even know why they celebrate. They celebrate things that don't have to do with them culturally or spiritually. They're celebrating things that actually to their demise. Now, one might ask me, well, if you can celebrate days and it have nothing to do with the Almighty, why do you don't celebrate the 4th of July? Well, what was 4th of July? Was a signal of independence. They were just beginning, as a matter of fact, they was just beginning to enter into this hellacious condition that they found themselves in.
Yes, sir.
And that I entered. So there's nothing to celebrate. The scriptures say in the abundance of how many
All
good things. There's nothing to celebrate about that.
Nothing good about that.
That you have mastery over us to this very day. There's nothing good. A day I will celebrate is the day.
Hallelujah.
Just like they celebrated Passover. That's a good thing. Because we gone, y'all.
Hallelujah.
But they wasn't celebrating, the Egyptian day. Happy Egyptian day. They get to walk around and kick me in my rear. No, they weren't celebrating that. But in the abundance of all, let's get the most out of it. That's why I tell people again, I do everything that you can do. It's just in the right manner. I enjoy ball games like you, just not on the Sabbath day. I go shopping just like you. I like the deals. I chase the deals. We chase the deals, though. You see me chase. I try to dress a little bit like everybody else. The experience of the Creator, because that means so much more than the other thing. But it don't that mean that He don't want you to enjoy your life, live your best life. Just do it in righteousness. Exodus 13.
Exodus chapter 13.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, sanctify unto me all the first of man and of beast. It is mine. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of.
It's the first thing to break the matrix in the new season, the new year. Remember this and do this service. Go ahead.
For by strength of hand, Yahweh from the place there shall no, from, excuse me. For by strength no leavened bread be eaten. This day came ye out in the month of Abib. And it shall be when Yahweh shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Jebusites, which ye shall keep the service shall be eaten, and there shall no leavened bread be seen with thee, neither shall there be leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters. And thou shalt show thy son in that day, saying, this is done because of that which Yahweh did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt. And it shall be for a sign unto thee.
What should be for a sign? What should be for the sign?
Feast of unleavened bread.
When they see you eating what?
Unleavened
bread. This should be for a sign
unto thee
mm-hmm.
upon thy hand, and for a memorial between thy eyelids, and for a memorial between thy eyes, that Yahweh's law may be in thy mouth. For with a strong hand have Yahweh brought thee out of Egypt.
So this should be upon thy hand when they see you eating unleavened bread. This should be upon your hand, and it should be a memorial. Something that helps you what? What's a memorial? Something that helps keep it in memory. Not eating what?
Leavened
bread. That it should be upon thy hand, eyes, that people know that Yah's what?
Law may be in thy mouth.
Is in your mouth, because it's the only reason why you be doing this thing, because it's his law. You surely not gonna stop eating Little Debbie's and Hostess on your own. You doing so because this is the law that he commands you to do at this time. And some don't want to even do that. Thou shalt therefore keep this ordinance in its season from what? Year to year. And you do this from year to year to show respect that this is the time of the deliverance of your forefathers in ancient Egypt. That great work that Yahweh did then, when he brought the children up out the land of Egypt. That's why the season that is changing is coming upon us. For us, this is a great season.
Hallelujah.
If we accept who we are and start reveling in it, because we're not just celebrating something because somebody told us to celebrate it, or they gave us some days off, or none of that kind of stuff. We celebrate it because it has spiritual significance to it. It speaks to the liberation of our fathers in antiquity, and it speaks to Yah's promise of liberating us in the future.
Hallelujah.
For he had made a promise and said, just as I brought the children of Israel out the land of Egypt, so shall I bring the children of the north out of all the land whither I have scattered them.
Hallelujah.
So go ahead. Verse 7.
And it shall be thy fathers, and shall give it thee that thou shalt set apart unto Yahweh all that own the male shall be Yahweh.
Yes, sir.
And every firstling of an ass that shall redeem with the lamb, he, when thy son asked thee in time to come, saying, what is this that thou shalt say unto him?
I don't know, boy. We just doing it because we've been doing it. Nah, that ain't no answer. That ain't no good answer. And we just do it, just hush up and do it. Nah, it should be when your son will ask why you have me doing this. You should say to him, what?
By strength of hand.
For by strength of hand,
Yahweh brought us out from Egypt,
mm-hmm.
from the house of bondage.
Yes.
And it came to pass, when Pharaoh would hardly let us go,
yes,
that Yahweh slew the firstborn in the land of Egypt,
mm-hmm.
both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of beast. Therefore I sacrifice Yahweh all that openeth the matrix, being male, but all the firstborn of my children I redeem.
Right.
And it shall be.
Now hold it slowly. And it in verse 16. What is the it?
The memorial.
What is the
remembrance?
What is the it?
The unleavened bread.
What is it?
What comes out of the matrix?
What comes out of the matrix?
That they should be given unto Yah, redeemed to Yah.
That I sacrifice, that it is the son sacrifice this firstborn that come out of the beast. That's it. The service of you sacrificing this firstborn. That's the it. That's what he's questioning. Why you sacrifice? Why you killing that? So Yahweh slew all his firstborn. So all firstborn that come from the matrix in the new year, I dedicate to Yah. And this is the service that we do every year. It can upon thy hands. Again, not that we wearing some beast, the goat hair or sheep's hair on our fingers. This is the token. Upon thy hands, because you can't do the service if you ain't using your hands. And for what? And for frontly. That means you what you see with your what? Eyes. What you do with your hands and what you see with your what? Eyes shall be like the frontlet between thy eyes. For by strength of hand, Yahweh brought you forth out of the land of Egypt. That's what that's saying. We'll show what it means by the frontlet. But let's go to Deuteronomy 6 chapter.
Deuteronomy chapter 6. Hallelujah.
But if my brothers and sisters wear it, then that's cool. I don't take no homage with it. But not no doctrine saying you got to have the little. That's not what this is saying, what you're about to read. Because read it carefully and read it how it's worded. Deuteronomy 6.
Yes, sir.
Start at verse 4.
Hallelujah. Hear, O Israel.
Hear, O Israel.
Yahweh, Yahweh, thy Elohim.
And we want to learn to love Yah, our Elohim, with what?
With all thy heart.
All our heart.
And with all thy soul.
All our soul.
And with all thy might.
And with all our might.
And these words, which are
words. And thou
shalt teach them diligently.
What should we
children
teach?
These words. And when thou walkest by the way.
Yes.
And when thou liest down.
Yes. Go down on. And they shall be as what?
As
frontlets between eyes. Can you excoriate somebody for not wearing a ring full of commandments? No, the rings, commandments written across all of it. Then you can't. All our people wore it. but it was an adornment. It was like a tie. Now, what you do see, because I'm starting to see it, and when you know the book, you'll see these things. I'm starting to see the fashion of Israel, because I'm starting to see a lot of younger girls go back to wearing things banded around their hair in the streets,
Yeah.
whether it be string, ribbon, or they're starting to wear things where it's tied around their head, and that as an adornment. Before I go there, let's go to Deuteronomy 11.
Hallelujah.
For he says it again.
These words in your heart and in your soul.
Lay them up where? In your heart, in your soul.
In your soul. And bind them for a sign upon your hand.
Bind them for a sign upon your hand. Let your hand rings with everything, all the law written on it. Because some of the things you do, you got to use that keep the law.
And when thy liest down, and when thy is up.
In other words, let these be your adornment like anything. Like when you read about how a young lady did look in the book of Isaiah. But this wasn't all young women. Go to Isaiah. Where your run it at? Violate law. No. No. The one you never saw him say as fringes. He said, you wear these. He said, this is as a front, and that's why I'm getting ready to go here to show you what he meant by as a front. Isaiah 3.
Isaiah chapter. You beat my people to pieces and grind the face of the poor, saith Yahweh Elohim of hosts. Moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanting eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet.
And keep in mind, that's why he said, as a beauty, he's getting ready to tell you all the items away. And what did he say?
Therefore, Yahweh will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret part.
And no daughter in here, so nobody get mad. But it is evident that a lot of that to men, women, let me let y'all know this. Because some people know it. And when you study customs and practice of people, they know it. And one thing, to wear her hair and wear it long. It was never a prized possession for a woman to wear it short. And definitely have it cut almost where it was bald. It was always a thing where she wore it long. So extensions are not nothing believed in, it's not a new thing. It was always a belief that she wear her hair and wore it long. That was always a show of her beauty. And men like long hair. That's why women get the hair, not just black women. We ain't talking about just black women. On TV and white and any other place and think that's all they hair. They go to hair store just like you. They clip on just like you. And then they come and they do this and they do like this and they sit on things and you be like, who the hell are you? But long hair have always been in hair. It's always been like almost an aphrodisiac to a man. Man, she got some long hair. Like that make her the perfect fit. Am I lying?
No.
No, don't shortchange me. Don't shortchange me. Let them feel it. Am I lying?
No, you ain't lying. Verse 16.
I'm not teaching nothing that's not true. So I know this, and I'm being very serious now. It took every last bit. And one of the hardest things, and like I said, I know this not from reading a book, but because I was with them. One of the hardest things for them and get past was going from having hair that was shoulder length, long and longer, to waking up and one day they had no hair on their head at all. You talking about doing providing wigs. Can't feel good about yourself, you can never start to heal.
That's right.
So we got to get you feeling good about yourself.
Oh,
but I
yeah.
saw and I know from that is one anyway, and people still think, he's just a fashion trend, especially since George. What she think about herself.
Yes, sir.
So all kidding story of the daughters of Zion, which is that long flowing hair. And lay their secret parts to bear. He meant it. And that's where he said the beauty of their tinkling ornaments. But the beauty of the tinkling ornaments, that's what I'm gonna do with this chapter. I'm really gonna hit you to men. Because for a lot of men, something that drives them crazy is to see an ankle bracelet on a woman. You see an ankle bracelet, he just a little ankle, and it got a little gold bracelet on it. He just over there, snap out of a cheek. Oh, fellas, back with shame admitted. See, y'all never knew. I'm exposed there, like the show say, expose. I'm exposed everything about fellas. Y'all never knew. Y'all never knew. Huh? Yeah, y'all never knew that's what it is. We be seeing them ankle brothers and they be tinkling and everything and the sun hitting. We be out there like, oh, wait. You think you done lost to keep all that hair up.
And they're round tires.
And they're round, yours says round tire. Let me tell
yeah.
you what that round tire is. In the Holy Name, ornaments. When you look up crescent-shaped ornaments, its word is tiara, meaning the thing that comes around the circumference of the head that one wore for adornment of that. So these things, this tiara was worn as an adornment. Now let's think. Do you think that was worn by every single daughter of Zion, or by most of the daughters of Zion that was of a maybe higher stature? So that didn't mean that everybody wore one. So it didn't mean if everybody didn't wear one, then that meant it was not a what? Woman wore one. Rather poor or rich. But that's why this starts off by saying, what mean ye that you first, how he started off? What mean ye?
What mean ye?
That you what?
Be
Talking to the stranger, he was talking from his people with inside Israel. What mean ye that you oppress my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor? Israel was oppressing the poor amongst themselves. That's what he's calling them the carpet for. When you daughters, some of you daughters are living a high life, you oppress those that's not as fortunate as you. Of doing that, you that have, I'm going to take away from you the things that make you feel good about yourself. Then you'll learn what it is to know how to take care of the poor. But you rise up and you want to, no, you strip down. Everybody is the same. And he finishes off by saying dependence. Brace their earrings. I want all them long earrings that jingle and wangle. Huh? Y'all act like I was teaching something that's crazy. But I done seen them. When LeBron James came, I saw women go to Centaur Center and they didn't know nothing about basketball. Matter of fact, they didn't go there for basketball. When they got in the building, the first place they went was to the women's room. And they took bags and kits there at the time. She came out, she said, man, do you know what they was in there doing? She said they wasn't even here for the game. She said they done went in there and did a complete makeover. Then they ran downstairs, found out where the buses was at, ran downstairs and waited till the game for the ball players to clean up, come out of the locker room and get on the bus in hopes of catching them, one of them ball players. I said, full of them. that they got in, went right to the bathroom, fixed themselves up, put on all their makeup, clipped on their hair, did all that stuff, came out jiggling and wiggling in the hopes of catching them, one of them cats, so they can become so-and-so, so they can get paid. I take that stuff away. The nose jewels. Because like I said, your sisters, I'm exposing brothers today. We go crazy. It's certain things we go, nose jewel, we just be like, see, get decked out, we're speechless. You see a woman all dolled up. That's why he said when you saw a woman among captives, that's why he said, bring her home, let her take all that stuff off. Again, let her do what? Do what? Cut her hair, cut her nails. Now let's see if she's so physically attractive to you. Why you find out some other things? Well, she wasn't what I thought she was. But it was. Capiche? Did that answer that? Why don't, this is simple. We're gonna answer this real quick, and I only left one on the table on the floor. Why don't they talk about Hebrew Israelites in schools today? It's in the revolution. I guarantee you, if they talk about Hebrew Israelites and let me or some other brothers come to school to teach, you darn sure gonna have a revolution. I know my history teacher. Egyptians were black, because this is the first person I really had heard it from. It didn't resonate, but this is the first person I heard it from. She taught us in her history class that the Egyptians were black, and then she said that the Egyptians were black. Moses had to be what? We said, well, a few of us knew who Moses was. But we said, oh, so you saying Moses is black? She said, yes. Well, all the little Jewish kids started crying in the class. And ran and told the principal that the teacher is teaching that Jewish people are black. That's true. And they came and got it, and they were going to fire her. You know what happened? All of us loved Miss Thomas as a teacher. And we went home and told our parents. And we said, they getting ready to fire Miss Thomas. And we made such a boo-hoo of them getting ready to fire Miss Thomas. And we got a petition, and we stood for telling the truth. These schools ain't trying to tell no truth. They got a cookie cutter mentality. Just tell you you're black. All of you black. Some of you blue black, purple black, but you're black. Black don't tell us who we are. Who are we? You're white, but you're white, but you know you're Italian. You're white, but you know you're Irish. You're white, but you know you're Scandinavian. What the little dude, booty cheek, butter cheek, what? Y'all know who was running for president. Bernie Sanders. Do y'all know he's Jewish? He's Jewish. He has a Jewish community mad at him by the way he's talking about what he's gonna do. They upset. He's Jewish. You knew Bloomberg was Jewish. But when it comes to you, what are you? You black from Detroit. 69th Street. Posse down. Oh, that don't tell us who we are. You African. That don't tell us who we are. Are you from Ghana? Are you from Senegal? Are you from Mauritania? Ethiopia? Where are you from? So no, they ain't gonna teach you because they're not about the truth. To teach the true people who they are is to upset the whole. I tell you that Moray, at least my predecessor, he went and taught this truth, and he went and taught this truth on the campus of a college, and he made the presiding rabbi because he spoke this truth. So no, they ain't gonna. That's why I said earlier, we got to learn how to come here and sit with each other, because you ain't gonna hear this. No. Go to synagogue and hear this. You ain't going to hear this. You ain't going to mosque and hear this. The only place you can get this truth from, house of Israel. Certain houses of Israel at that. But the buck stops right here. Now, we won't go into too much detail. Maybe next week I can use it as a tempter to bring up back in here in the right mind and body. But why don't men and women? So you don't disturb each other. That's the long short. Because y'all on that side and y'all on that side. Like I said, they come in with that ankle bracelet and you sit next to them, they dangle it. You won't hear a word Brother Aaron said. Anybody, is there any comments? Let me just, oh, bro. Are there any comments from the day?
Hallelujah. Great class, all right.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I hope that it was informative, somewhat entertaining, but more informative. I pray that you found it and be with us again. Y'all will.
Hallelujah.
I want to thank everybody for their undivided attention that you've shown me, and patience and endurance. And I had a delightful time. Yes, sir. Hand in the back.
Yes. Will we be for Purim this Tuesday and or Wednesday? Will we be doing anything? We'll be having a class or anything like that?
It's a and I'm gonna answer this like this. The Almighty is always kept in the field and we'll honor him. But it's just like what I taught on earlier. It don't have to be a class. The Almighty wants us to come together and celebrate. Just like we see people out there celebrate things, have a whoop-de-doo, then he wants y'all to turn up.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
He wants y'all to turn up.
Hallelujah.
Now don't turn out, but turn up.
Hallelujah.
Streamers, on out, get crazy. Celebrate. Class, we got class, we got enough time to we got all the season. We don't see where it said the Levites was in front of Saul and they opened up the book on the new moon as they was eating. It said Saul, David, and them, they sat down, they got that bread, they got that meat, they was getting ready to enjoy one another.
Hallelujah.
And so that's what I said. We gonna teach, we gonna y'all, even on the new moon, we gonna definitely praise him. But it don't mean it have to be on class, another class. We gonna celebrate. If that don't do it, get you some Sprite. If that don't do it, get you some water. Get something. Act like you're drinking some wine or something. But turn up.
I got my apple juice.
Turn up. And maybe not this year because you didn't have time to stage it, but next year, use them vacation days and turn up. Get Uber app. You can get home safe if you get kicked back. Y'all know what I mean by if you get kicked back? Yes. Yeah. And get at it. Any other comments? Go home. Any other comments? No, no wonder Ben would stand up. He's like, all right. Well, I'm gonna turn. Look, I'm just gonna get out. All right. That's all I want to know. It's almost 7.
Shalom, shalom.
I chose to listen to music and then I
All right. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yahweh. Brother Ben, is you ready? We're gonna turn. We're gonna let the mic go and let Brother Ben do what he do. Hallelujah. Ooh,
Don't say that. You just say you love that. And she saying it out of context, and I don't know what she said. She said it yesterday. I'm like, don't say it. You ain't saying it.
Hallelujah.
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 I'm trying to tell you. Okay.
Turn up.
Turn up, turn up, turn up.
And the beginning, God made heaven, what the day that were night. We all have a just hallelujah. God is worthy. Every time I read the law, I feel no spirit.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Go over that ball there, one. Step back up there, one.
All right, shalom, y'all.
Praise him.
This song came to me someday this week, over the past few days, but it's titled Vibe. Or I'm sorry, Vibe with You. I don't think you connected. I think you disconnected.
Ah, it's connected. It's already connected.
Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you in righteousness. Let's vibe, yeah. Let's vibe, yeah. Let's vibe, yeah. Let's vibe, yeah. Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you when it comes to you. Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you, and we both agree. Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you. Yeah, these songs. Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you. Wanna vibe with you. Vibe with you. Oh, vibe with you. Vibe with you. I wanna vibe with you. Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you. Israel. Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you. In righteousness. Let's vibe, yeah. Let's vibe, yeah. Let's vibe, yeah. Yeah. Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you. It's always me. Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you. It shows and service. Vibe with you. Oh, vibe with you. Vibe with you. I wanna vibe with you. Vibe with you. Oh, vibe with you.
with you. I wanna vibe with you. Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you. In his arms. Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you. It's an album. Vibe with you. I just want to vibe with you when it comes to Yahweh. We gotta feed everybody.
He wanted more. Hey, he wanted some more. Hallelujah. Well, we already stopped this over 6 minutes. 6 minutes didn't need you rolling.
Right.
Not Dougie Fresh now.
Precious.
Y'all got to pull my coattails, and next week y'all need some more time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's right. You got to go through that little thing. That tonight your clock set them up.
Set the clock.
Set them up. So 8 o'clock we're gonna be past 12. No other comments? Everything myself. Shema,
Shema,
Yisrael,
Israel,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Eloheinu,
Eloheinu,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Akkad,
Akkad,
Hear Israel, Yahweh Elohim, Yahweh is one. Yahweh Paneleka, Wayasim Leka Shalom. Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yah make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yah lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Hallelujah. Righteous all the time.
Both day and night.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Praise God.
Yeah.
We off.
We all?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. In them is. Blessed be thy holy name. Wonderful. Greatly to be praised. Thanks that thou hast shown us thy